Hey, what up, everybody? So, coming to you this morning with the weekend recap from Saturday, August 24th. We had a couple cards on that day. Decent action going on. We'll start with the lesser card and Brandon Figueroa in the main event of the Fox Sports 1 card. He's a star on the rise. He's Omar Figueroa's little brother. He is currently an interim champion at 122 pounds. He defended his interim belt against Javier Chacon, a veteran but unknown veteran, or little-known veteran. And, he pretty much dominated Chacon from start to finish and stopped him in only 4 rounds. So, no surprise there. It was kind of just a stay busy fight anyways, and he dominated the action and stayed the interim champ. So, we'll discuss his what's next coming up on Sunday, since he main evented a card. And now we'll get into the ESPN Plus card that had, we'll start with the co-feature. It was a huge cruiserweight final eliminator. You saw Ilunga Makabu against, I think Alexei Papin, that was the guy's name. Papin was undefeated. He was 11-0, 10 knockouts coming in. You had Makabu, 25-2 coming in with, I believe it was 24 knockouts. I mean, these guys you thought a knockout was going to happen almost the whole night. And Papin was boxing well early, but Makabu, man, he dug to the body. To me, he fought a very, very smart fight. He dug to the body. I think he realized early on his timing wasn't as on point as Papin, so he had to box a little more and apply pressure. And it wasn't reckless pressure because Papin was hitting him with some good shots, but he just kept coming forward. He kept landing that body shot early on. He was throwing a lot of stuff to the body, and he eventually just broke Papin down, and stopped him in the later rounds. It was really impressive. I'm sorry. He didn't stop him. The fight went the distance. Surprisingly, I thought he was going to stop him. He did knock him down, but Papin stayed on his feet. It was a really, really good fight. It went to the scorecards, and Makabu won a close majority decision, and now he's the WBC's mandatory #1 contender. Now, he's going to have to wait around for a world title shot for some time because the vacant title's going on the line in the World Boxing Super Series tournament, and then Krzysztof Glowacki has a direct shot at the winner of that. He's the WBO's mandatory #1 contender. So, it looks like next year for Makabu, he'll be getting a shot. I wouldn't say until he could get one early in the year if they decide to strip the winner of the Super Series, but it's looking like second half of next year. So, but a big time win. He already beat Dmitry Kudrashov, knocking him out in his first, fight in June, and now he bounces back, beating an undefeated rising prospect. So impressive performance by Makabu. He's really showing that he wants another crack at a world title, and he wants to go get it this time. So congratulations to him. That was a very good win. If you guys get a chance to go watch Makabu and Papin, you should go check it out. It was a really good fight. Now the main event on ESPN Plus on Saturday was Sergey Kovalev defending his WBO light heavyweight title against undefeated mandatory #1 contender Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde. It's spelled Yarde. But anyways, this ended up being a really good fight. Yarde's speed and counterpunching ability was on point early on. I'd say the first 2 or 3 rounds, he really had Kovalev frustrated. He wasn't whipping Kovalev's ass. He was just beating him to the punch, and his timing was really good, and Kovalev was having trouble with it. So, Yarde picked him apart early, but then Kovalev started to apply the pressure. He started to land good hard shots, but Yarde stayed in there. He weathered the storm. He was staying in there, and when you thought he was wearing out, it was really Kovalev that kind of wore down. And in the 8th round, Yarde landed a big shot and almost knocked Kovalev out. Kovalev was really gassed. The bell saved him at the end of the 8th, but I think that was kind of Yarde's last-ditch effort because I don't think he'd ever went past 7 rounds in his career. And, so he had to go longer than that in this one. And Kovalev just, he did what he did against Eleider Alvarez pretty much the whole fight. He just kind of took over once Yarde slowed down. And I think the 9th, 10th, and then he stopped him in the 11th round. impressively, he ended up knocking out Yard on a jab, a good hard jab where he stepped into the punch. But yeah, Yard was just gassed out at that point, but he fought a really good fight. Got to tip my hat to him. And Kovalev, you know, he very well could have landed the Canelo fight with that win. So, you know, a good, hard-fought performance. I think a lot of people are going to talk shit about Kovalev after this one. I am not. You know, I do recognize he's 36 and he's not the fighter of old, but he's also a smart veteran, and he showed his veteran skills. But he's also, you know, Yard, I think you got to give some credit to Yard on how good Yard is. You know, he's in, you know, he's got a great knockout ratio. He's 18-0, 17 knockouts coming in. I mean, this guy just might be the real deal. He's young, and he might just be the real deal, and that might have been why Kovalev struggled with him. But he still weathered the storm, and he knocked him out impressively, and he's still the world champ. So we'll do the what's next on Kovalev this Sunday. Hopefully we get some news between now and then on, you know, how real the Canelo fight is for, you know, November. But, yeah, impressive performance and a great light heavyweight fight. If you guys get a chance, go back and watch it. Really good action right there between Kovalev and Anthony Yard for the light heavyweight title. All right, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Talk to you later. True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.